What do we mean with agent for partners? We are looking at the technology that we already use inside, LCM and agents that are so impactful for us, and we look at ways to offer all this to our partners, restaurants, dealers, hotels, all the partners in our portfolio, everywhere in Prosus. How? What does that mean? It means empowering them to use our platform better, to start selling on our platforms better, but to grow their business, to make their operations better, excel in their operations, and finally, as Fabrizio showed at the beginning, maybe to automate part of their work. They might be good at cooking, but not necessarily at managing, right? So there's a different thing. We already started doing this, and there are already hundreds of these agents working. I'm going to show you one example, and then I'm going to ask help again to show in specific how this works. This is an agent which helps onboard partners, in this case restaurants, on our platform. And here you can see what happens over time. First of all, the number of restaurants that are on board and is higher, but there are two interesting effects here of using these agents. That 80% of this onboarding is aided by agents, and about 20% is completely automatic. You don't have anybody the other side. It's all taken care by the agent. 20% of that is completely automatic. At the same time, 60% less sales reps, on board 18% more partners. We change, our partners change. These things affect us both in a very deep way. And to show you more in specific, in detail, how that works, the great Ioannis.
Thank you, Euro. Let me plug me in. Hi, welcome everyone. My name is Ioannis. I'm leading Toqan, and I want to show you how the same technology that we built for our agents at work, we are now deploying for our partners. Also, hi to those online. So, let's go with a demo. And I want to start with Tiago. So Tiago, he lives in Sao Paulo, and he's really, really good at making açaí. I hope I'm pronouncing it correct. There are lots of Brazilians here. So Tiago, açaí is a frozen yogurtish, fruity delicatessen, and he's really good at it. He knows that. But he has a problem. He doesn't sell as much as he wants. He wants to know how to increase his business. Well, now he has Toqan. And what he can do with Toqan? So first of all, as you can see, we keep the same technology, and we have changed the UI to make it much more user-friendly for Tiago. He can go there, and then he can see a suite of agents which have been built by iFood and also have been augmented by our ecosystem. So he can go and he can see agents that he can help him identify which of the locations are actually those that they are performing better. Or he can make changes on the menu. Or, in the case of Tiago, because he's very good at cooking but not so good at selling, how to grow my business. So he goes into the growth agent. We call our growth agent Chris. We like giving it a name. And our growth agent is actually powered by LCM. So the moment that Tiago goes to the agent and asks the questions, the whole data come together. So one of the questions might be, for example, I would like to know, this is a demo account in the sense that I've changed the data behind because you will see real revenue and real numbers. So I have altered that to make sure that it's private, but it's all connected. How to increase my revenues and like my neighbors. All right, great. It seems like a prompt that he can think of. By the way, Chris, at the moment, it's already being live in hundreds of thousands of restaurants in Brazil through iFood, and it lives on WhatsApp. So now what we are doing is that we are centralizing all this, powered by Toqan and LCM, and all agents are available for use. So now what we are seeing is that, okay, he needs to understand, he says, I need to understand how to increase the revenues compared to a specific location. He goes, he checks the competitor context, which he can only do because he has access to the web, but also he has access to specific data. He can know exactly what are the critical merchant context files, which are coming from the insights that they are coming from LCM. And then he goes and he says, okay, you know what? I know exactly what you need to do. First, fix your availability. Sometimes the hardest is the simplest solution, right? So fix your availability, be available. Second, create combos. Great idea. Why you just don't bundle things, because in that way maybe you can have a lower per order fee. And third, reduce promo dependencies. And then he creates a projected impact over this. That can only be done because he is connected to our data. Okay, good, I like it. Now I need some help. Maybe he says, okay, good stuff, good job, let's say. I want now a menu to check and then automatically update iFood afterwards. All right, good. So this agent, he cannot directly update iFood because it's a different agent that does this type of work. So now I just want to get the HTML. So I've already created an HTML before because I don't want to bother you with opening the file, and it literally looks like this. So this is actually the menu that the agent has created, specialized for Tiago, the acai owner. And it can literally be his website if you want, right? So you can literally take this, put a publish button, and then that can be, and even print it and hand it over as a menu. So simple. Very, very simple. Simple and beautiful. Okay, great. Now, this is our friend from Brazil. Now let's go from Brazil to Poland and then see how the same technology powers within our ecosystem a different type of company, OLX. In Poland, we have OLX. In OLX, we have one of the brands in Otomoto. Otomoto, we have, it's a dealership, it's a marketplace where dealers can go and sell cars, and then the Polish people can buy cars from the dealers. So one of the things that we have done there is that we have launched the same technology but lives inside the platform of Otomoto. We call it Auto IQ, and it has been done with an incredible work from our OLX colleagues. Some of them are here today, and it actually has one simple, very simple goal: make the life of a dealer simple. Don't waste time trying to answer the leads, find information, going through the different kind of mosaic of complex data. Just do what you're good at, which is talking to the people to sell your cars. So I have a video for this. Let's go and see it.
Let's take a look at the daily life of Tomasz.
I'm Tomasz. Nice
He
to
runs a
meet you.
family car dealership in Warsaw. The first thing he used to do was log into his Otomoto dealer account and spend 30 minutes assessing his top 10 underperforming ads to decide on actions, like reducing the price or applying a visibility boost. But now, with the Auto IQ agent, one click gets him the same outcome. He receives a summary of his overall stock performance in under 30 seconds instead of 30 minutes, along with actions to move the stock faster. Previously, if Tomasz had a question about his stock, he used to call his Otomoto account manager or wait for a visit. But now, he can simply ask the Auto IQ agent. This helps him make quicker decisions on his inventory so he can sell faster and smarter. Tomasz usually has a couple of cars he needs to post on Otomoto weekly. Previously, it took him almost 15 minutes to post a single ad, but now he uses Auto IQ from his phone to post at lightning speed. He simply takes a video of the car outside and inside, and the AI extracts the best quality pictures and pre-fills the ad description and details. The only action Tomasz takes is reviewing the details and confirming. Snap, upload, and done. OLX Auto IQ is profoundly impacting the daily lives of car dealerships. By automating routine administrative tasks in their workflow, Auto IQ enables dealers to dedicate more time to interacting with customers on the floor, ultimately leading to faster sales. Our ambitious vision is to create a fully autonomous, end-to-end Auto IQ multi-agent capable of managing the entire process, from initial car sourcing through to post-sale activities. And we are just starting.
Being happy, and he's just starting, right? So that's pretty cool. Come on, Euro.
Thank you, Ioannis. One thing that really resonates with me is this, all these examples are great, but if I go back to the car example, the dealer example here, it's easy to forget that to be able to do all this automation that you have seen here, which really makes life easier for these dealers, you really need to know dealerships. You really need to do that business, to know that business inside out. And that's the reason why we can do it, because we know that type of business. We have been working with dealers for years. We know restaurants for years. We know hotel for years. That's the value that we bring in. It's not only the technology, it's a very long history of deep relationship with these partners that make all this possible. So don't forget that, because it's not only technology. If we have been in this business for years, that's why we can use the technology in the way that we do. There are several of these highly skilled, very specialized agents already in operation at scale across the group that help thousands of partners. You see them almost everywhere this moment, so they help OLX improve the life of dealers. We have seen several examples of iFood. We are seeing more and more from Jet and Just Eat Takeaway going forward. So that's where we are at this moment. Now you've seen a foundation, large commerce models. Then you've seen how we use agents for our own work. We see agents for partners. There's one more step that we need to do. How do we bring this forward? How do we make the life of all our consumers potentially easier? And that's where life assistants have a role.